What was it like during high school for you guys?
Hey Kenneth, for me, high school was pretty rough. Like I didn't really try that hard in class. I had missing assignments all the time, and honestly, I barely graduated. But I did end up graduating, and I worked my way through the JC system, and eventually I transferred to Davis. So yeah, it can work out for you even if high school is rough.
For me, high school was a bit of a blur. I spent so much time in those days wanting it all to be over type of thing, wanting to be grown up, quote unquote, right? But looking back, I wish I would have done more. So I highly encourage you, if you're not participating in anything outside of IYT, go ahead and give that a shot, man. Any sports, other clubs as well. IYT is always going to be here for you. While you go on this journey of self-discovery, take advantage of these moments because life is like a flash, man.
My high school experience was very intense. I did live in Los Angeles at the time, so I had a 4-story high school experience. I had no football team over there, so it was very different vibe for sure. Our major sports were basketball, soccer, and volleyball. We did a lot of senior night and games. And at the time I graduated, it was year 2016, so it was way back in the day. But I would say for me, I was very hard working and strived to make sure I got good grades and was doing the best I could to make sure I got into my colleges. But definitely I was a bit more rough on myself just because I had so many expectations and so many dreams of accomplishing things. Another thing I would say is that I wish what I could have done differently is just enjoy more of my high school experience and friends, and definitely be more out there, because I was for sure really shy. I didn't talk to that many people, even though I did so many things around school. But definitely would say enjoy, don't rush to be a grown-up. Just do as much as you can and live and enjoy your youth.
How can I, as a black male student, present myself to a teacher or anyone in the world that assumes I'm a statistic when I'm really not?
My man Jayden, how are you doing? Hey, that is an amazing question. And that's a question that you have to tackle not necessarily in the classroom, but for the remainder of your life. As a black man, black people, men and women, we have to deal with this concept of double consciousness. What double consciousness is, it's a concept that we not only have to be mindful of ourselves, but we also have to be mindful of what the rest of the world thinks of us. However, you cannot let double consciousness be a roadblock, because sometimes that creates fear of awkward situations because you're too mindful of what the rest of the world thinks of you. Therefore, when it comes to an opportunity for you to approach your teacher, you cannot let his insecurities or his oppressive views or his stereotypical views on you prevent you from requesting what you need in order to pass that class. In addition to that, always carry yourself as a man. You're a man first, my man, and never forget that. What that means is always carry yourself with grace, be honorable, be respectful, and always be mindful of your family name. So don't let that double consciousness create a roadblock. Closed mouths don't get fed, my man. You got places to go. And 2, always carry yourself as a man and never forget that. Hope that helped you out. Take care, my man. I'm so blessed that you're in IYT and you have a place where you can ask those questions. Later.
What's up, Jayden, man? I appreciate you asking that question. Man, bruh, be honest with you, I still have that same question as I go through my day-to-day life. But the one way I address it is being authentic, making sure I bring my whole self to the table, right? Making sure I'm connected spiritually, making sure I'm in tune with the people around me, and knowing what I bring to the table every day and making sure I walk in that, hopefully. So, man, I appreciate you asking that question, and I hope this answers it. And for anybody else who might have a better answer to that question, please chime in. Peace. It's Mr. Aaron T.
So, Jayden, I really appreciate your question, because as I thought about it, what I realized is that when I was your age, I didn't really have a good answer to this question either. And what it did is it made me more reluctant to go see my professors or go see my teachers. And therefore, it made some educational things a little bit more difficult than they really needed to be. What I would tell you, what I would tell my 20-year-old self is that you can't worry about what is in other people's heads, right? You can't look at them and decide, oh, how are they thinking about me? What are their preconceived notions? You can't worry about that. What you can do, and what I think is worth your time, is being very clear about who you are, right? If you understand that you are a competent, intelligent Black man, that's really all you can do. And I would suggest it's all that you need to do, because you will be that authentic self, not question that, be clear about that. It is then up to other people to recognize that. Again, if they depend upon their stereotypes, upon their preconceived notions as to who you are, despite who you show them that you are, that's really their problem, not yours. What I have found, however, is that in the large majority of cases, that when you are your authentic self, people do figure it out. And you are able to get what you need from that interaction.
I just want to know, how did you know what you wanted to be in life? Like, what steps did you take? Because I feel like I'm stuck in between what I want to be doing right now and what I want to be doing in the future.
What's going on, Brian, man? It's Reggie, Communications Marketing Specialist for IYT. Excellent question. Here's my answer. Give yourself grace. So at this point in time in your life, you really want to just keep things open in terms of just what opportunities may come your way. Think about what it is that you're truly passionate about doing. Do your research on that particular profession. Plan some more, and then plan some more, and then you execute. So take myself, for example. When I was in high school, I knew that I wanted to be a graphic designer. So I sought out the best art schools in the area. I went to Murray State University, ended up getting my Bachelor of Science in Art with an emphasis in graphic design. And it took me 4 years. And then once I finished undergrad, shocker, I didn't immediately go into a full-on career in design. That's okay. I still was involved in school, all the way through my 4 years, and it actually netted me a career in residence life, where I started as an RD at Murray State and actually moved out to UC Santa Cruz and worked there for several years. So like the span of 15 years, I was able to work in residence life. And while doing that, I was still doing design. I was perfecting my craft. I was able to even actually use my talents to design t-shirts, flyers, all the time, right? Fast forward today, I'm a communications and marketing specialist for IYT, full time. So I do branding, design, and I have my own freelance business on the side. So it's possible, man. It's possible. If I can do it, you can do it. So moral of the story is, the journey that you take to discover who or what you want to be in future, it's going to take some unexpected turns. You know, it's not going to be exactly what you want it to be. But the main thing is you got to stay true to yourself. Stay true to your passion, like what it is that you're passionate about. And you got to set goals for yourself to help you get to where you need to go. And the rest is history. So just stay committed, stay focused. Make sure that you put positive people around you that's going to pour into you. And just keep on pressing toward the mark, man. You got it. All right. Peace.
Hey, Brian. That is a very good question. To be honest with you, I was kind of in the same boat as you when I was in high school. I ended up pursuing business, went to college for it. But now I'm actually switching to political science. So I guess my answer to that is really go with what you feel comfortable with at the time. Go with what interests you, because that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm switching my major to political science because that is what engages me at school at the moment. That is what I am interested in doing. And that is what I feel like I'm passionate about. And honestly, deep down, I feel like I've always known that I was passionate about political science. I just never really found a way to pursue that. And now that I have the ability to do that, I'm doing it. So find something that you are passionate about. Find some way to pursue that. Find something that you can chase after and not get tired of chasing.
What's going on, IYT family and IYT Brothers? It's Rudy Rises, Program Manager for Mira, Loma and Winston Churchill Middle School. So just replying to your question, Mr. Brian Sloan. So what helped me in my journey in figuring out what I want to do in college, what I want to do in life, really? So to begin with school, I began as a business major because I wanted to make a lot of money. But as I started going to class, I started taking a lot of general ed classes, started going through the journey, meeting new people, and just having more experiences overall. And what I learned that I pretty much like to talk, communicate, and help people. And then I switched my major to communications. So to give you a little advice on that, I would say is just don't be afraid to try new things and to redirect your path. If one path doesn't make you happy or you don't feel fulfilled, that's what matters to me the most. In terms of what you want to do for your the broad scheme of things in life, I'm still trying to figure out that myself. If you know the answer, let me know. But in all seriousness, just go where what makes you feel passionate, fulfilled, and just keep on keeping on. Our brother Brian, take care.
Hi, my name is Chris. I go to Mira, Loma, and I'm a freshman. And my question was, what's it like to be at a four-year college?
What's up, brother Chris? Great question. Thank you. My name is Matt. I'm a mentor at Cal State Humboldt, located in Arcata, California, situated in the beautiful redwoods up north. What I could say about being at a four-year university is that it's a totally different ballgame than being at high school, right? You graduate high school, you have this new sense of independence, like you're ready to take on the world. Trust me, I've been there. But you quickly realize that you have new things to learn, there's new places for you to see, and there's new people for you to meet. And with that new sense of independence you also have these new set of responsibilities that you need to be accountable for, because no one's going to tell you what you need to do, when you should get it done, or how you should get it done. With that being said, it's also an important transitional and developmental period for us, not as young men into adults, but, young men trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives. Not a lot of us know what we want to do with our lives yet, and, that's okay. Being here, trying to figure out what you're passionate about, what gets you up in the morning, and what drives you is just as equally as important as being successful in all your classes. But it's not all hard work, no play. There's the campus parties, the lively events, hanging out with friends. Basketball games are some of my favorite things to do. It's like the best parts of high school all over again, if that makes sense. But if there's one thing that being at a university has taught me is to never limit yourself and always do something new. You never know what's going to happen, and you never know what it could lead to, truly. And I think that's one of the most important things, because college has shown me who I could be as a person, and it has instilled me with confidence and the security I need to reach that. Thank you.
Hey, Brother Chris. I love this question because I think that the answer is going to be different no matter who you ask. Everyone's situation is different, and so everyone starts off their college journey in a different way. But I can say for me, as a first-generation college student, I didn't have a lot of people to guide me into what that would be like. So going to a 4-year university was, exciting because I was finally going to be on my own and learning about what I wanted to learn about. But it was also nerve-wracking, and, worrying about finding my classes, worrying about how I was going to pay for it, navigating all the financial aid and loan stuff. It was really kind of nerve-wracking, but it was also super fun because it's such an amazing growth opportunity, and you get to learn not only, the subjects that you're studying, but you also get to learn a lot more about who you are and what you stand for and what you're interested in. So I hope that helps.
What's up, Brother Chris? Thank you for your question. My name is Andrew, and I'd like to chime in on my own personal experience as a community college transfer student. Going to a 4-year college was what I could describe with one word: overwhelming. I was equally nervous and very excited to attend UC Davis, but most of all, I was hopeful. I was hopeful because I felt that I was finally on track of achieving my goals and obtaining a bachelor's degree. While at first I was very overwhelmed by the intimidation of attending such a large and prestigious institution, especially as a community college transfer student, I knew I belonged once I set foot on campus. I met many great like-minded students and professors who helped shape me into the person that I am today, and the lessons that I learned helped broaden my overall perspective of life. But most importantly, UC Davis led me to where I am right now, doing the work that I love and supporting younger brothers that look like me. So thank you for your question, Chris, and I hope you have a similar or better college experience that I did.
Hey Chris, great question. My name is Hassani Johnson, and you asked, what was it like to be at a 4-year college? Well, for me, I went to HBCU, which is a historically black college and university. Howard University is where I went, and it was really like spending the night over your friend's house every day for 4 years. It was so much fun. We got to hang out a lot, but then too, they were really my friends were really motivated, and we were all looking to get an education so that we can make a lot of money, get jobs, and go on and do the rest of our lives. But it was a great experience. I learned a lot. I matured a lot, and it was just a lot of fun. So I definitely encourage you going to college. It's going to be a great time. You'll miss home, but then you'll also learn to become a man wherever you are and learn lessons that you probably wouldn't learn at home. I advise everyone, go away from college, experience, and then come back. It's an awesome experience. You should definitely do it.